Welcome, my vigorous warriors, back with another episode. And today we're going to talk about the power of Thor through semen retention. One of my favorite characters, and I have a great comic book collection over the years, is the Norse god Thor. And what I liked about Thor was the fact that he was very strong. He didn't get sick very much. He was able to be strong and really be a hero for a lot of people. So, part of the idea of the power of Thor is really being a strong person, mentally and physically. And we talked about the energy suckers and vampires on one of my other videos. And we talked about the fact that as a strong person, you have to have a discipline, a control to be a strong person. And there's not enough strong males, and I'll focus on males here, in this world, especially with the younger people. And we need to have more strength when it comes to self-control and the ability to be able to say no and be strong mentally and physically. So what my experience has shown through this, and I'm doing now monk mode or hardcore type Nofap, focusing really on two different areas that are important. One is your immune system, which I have not been sick in many years now, and we'll talk about that, the reason why, what I started doing when I was about 25 years old, and about 35 years old, I'm sorry, and over the last 15-20 years, I've been really sick maybe once or twice, and especially since I've been on this journey, I haven't had any kind of sickness at all, and obviously with the COVID and things like that, I've not had any sort of negative, testing or anything like that. And a lot of that becomes the strength that you have as an immune system, and that's one of the benefits of the Nofap and semen retention. The fact that you become stronger and you feel as strong as a god, as Thor. And you feel like something that you can overcome things. And so it's very important to kind of have that feeling in my book, especially as I've gotten older, to be able to say you can work hard and do things and have a lot of energy to do things. And so part of it is the immune system you have, and that's because of the testosterone and dopamine, a lot of things that are in the science part of this that I really don't focus on right now. Maybe a little bit later I will in another video. But I think the power you want to have is always be on your best performance, and no matter if it's mental or physical. We talked about sharp focus on a video before this, and we talked about calmness and being relaxed. And a lot of those are mental types of things you need to avoid getting sucked in by those energy vampires who will just take it away from you with stress or even the thoughts. We had a good question from one of the listeners and viewers talking about lusting, and those type of thoughts, once again, are energy suckers, because you dwell on that long enough and then the thought becomes a behavior, and all of a sudden now you're using a lot of the energy in a negative way. Now once again, if you're deciding to like in my case, get married and have children and procreate, that to me is a great idea to use your energy, obviously, to make a child and to bring that child into the world. But if you're just kind of using it, here and there, whatever you want to, and you're kind of using your energy, you're going to have the consequences in my book that I've seen over the last, 50 some years that I did that. So, I could never have a long streak. I stopped at times and different types of things, but I was never very strong. And even though I did practice a lot of good behaviors we'll talk about in some other videos with the Fountain of Youth, I still missed the sixth one, which was really semen retention. And I could never get to the point of having a strong type of control of that and really get a control of it. I lost control of it many times, and not being strong. And so as I'm on this journey, and I'm thinking around 438, 39 days now, you're focusing really on trying to get as strong as you can and not allow those diseases within you. And stress, obviously, those energy suckers, vampires are there. They're going to take the energy away from you and make you a lot more immune types of things around you. And certainly as you get older, you have to kind of make sure that your system is really strong. I don't believe in taking pills. I never have. I think that this semen retention is something that to me builds a lot of muscle and strength within you, and you should be able to handle a lot of those type of things in my book. Certainly, I think, I'm not going to say this. You can't, you shouldn't have surgeries and all that kind of stuff. If you need help, you need help, and if you need vitamins, if you need different things, and drugs, you need those. You need. I'm not going to say you shouldn't have those, but I'm saying that I think that the semen retention does build your immune system, so you may not have to have as many of those type of things as you get older. So the immune system is one thing. The second thing is strong muscles. In weightlifting now, and I try to weightlift 3 times a week. I walk. I do a lot of other things to try to stay in shape. And I feel like I'm 25 years old. I felt like that, since I've started this journey. And I think so much of it is really the muscles and the strength you're getting by keeping a lot of those nutrients in. I believe there's almost, from what I read, 200 nutrients within semen. And it takes a while for your blood to kind of get to that point. So every time you let your energy go, you're losing a lot of that, your seed and those type of things as well. And so the strength, going back to the strength of the thunder god Thor, talking about the strength of having his ability to be able to overcome a lot of diseases, negative types of things, evils around, and also being able then to be strong enough to be able to help other people and to help people get through tough times. And we are in some tough times now in many ways, economically, politically, all those type of things you want to look at. And it's important to kind of look at someone who can be strong in this type of sense. And there's another way that strength builds is through attractions, people attracting to you, opportunities, things that happen. You become stronger. Like I said before in another video, I would never have been able to do a lot of these type of videos if before. I've now taken risk, a lot more things that I've done, and a lot of that is the strength I've built through the semen retention and the journey I'm on, combined with a lot of other things that we'll continue talking about through some of these videos. So again, guys, if you want the power of Thor, and I love Thor, the power of Thor, you want to go ahead and kind of look at this journey that you're on and try to continue the journey. Try it if you haven't tried it. And please let me know if you have questions. I can help you with this as well. A lot of good videos out there as well. I mentioned Nature's Underground, other ones that there's out there. And I think that you should probably take advantage and get as much information as you can before you try this. If you're a young person, it's great to build a habit. As most of the videos that I've seen are dealing with younger people, so that's kind of why I'm focusing on putting a lot of these together for the more experienced people like myself, to be able to kind of say, well, what happens when you get into your 50s, and in my case 60s, can you still use this stuff? And like I said, I'm going to go back to that Fountain of Youth book as well, because semen retention is one aspect of that, and I'm going to talk a lot of those things about as you get older. All right, so that's all I have for tonight. I hope you, if you have questions, please comment, please subscribe, and we'll focus on another aspect of semen retention in the next video. Battle on, my friends, battle on.